Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel 2. We are at the final door for the final magical night. And I have to be honest, a part of me is kinda scared at the moment because the last magical night, if I didn't use the serum, it really kicked my ass. And I mean that definitely. So I need to use more tactics, like actual tactics, not just force my way through it, but actually try to think about it. So that's what I did in between the episodes. I fought a bit with multiple characters, trying to think of what can we do, what would be nice. So I have a couple of things in mind, and that's also the reason why you're seeing uses in the team right now. Because I was thinking, Emma can protect us from magic, uses can protect us from physical attacks. So having these two in here, using their abilities to prevent damage to us, would be a very nice thing. And I also started carrying Fee with us. She was really behind on a level, and I raised her evasion to 85% or something. I have to see if I can get her to a 100 evade, because that would have been amazing. And I think that's also what the evasion tank build for Fee is, which I have heard numerous times through the comments on previous videos. So that's if we fail on this try, we can use that. And I was also thinking one other thing, which I have been contemplating, because we did get a new quartz in this dungeon, which I think will be potentially nice to use. Also considering that we have Terra with Rean and I never use it. So I thought maybe we can try bringing that with us, if I can equip it, of course. What else we can also get out? That is this. It hides our strength, and attack rolls can cancel ours plus an extra delay to our enemies, which is actually really good. So I want to actually see if we can get this equipped. How are we with the I think it's action and seal. Seal needs it. You know what? I'm gonna get back to the ship and make sure that I can equip that. Because I was thinking this literally like 10 minutes before I pressed the record button. And the more it is going in my mind, the more I think it might be a good thing. Just to see if we can push the enemy back and use it to cancel out certain attacks of it. Maybe giving us that little bit of extra chance in order to defeat it. So let's head back to the entrance. And make sure we can equip it, because during the episodes I did fight enough that I should be able to afford unlocking that extra slot. So I will see you when I get back. Unless I can do it here. Alright, so okay, this is working for me as well. So yeah, we got plenty. Yes. Good. Back to the depths. Didn't take as long as I thought it was. Alright. Alright, let's try this, and I'm hoping we can get it on our first try. If not, the second one will definitely be it. Well, here we are. There it is, our fourth crystal of the Zemurian ore. All that remains is to overcome the final trial, and it will be ours. Yeah, and this is definitely going to be the hardest one, I bet. And here it comes. Huh, bring it on. Huh? This feels like... Okay. Uh-oh. That doesn't feel good. What the? Did it just vanish? No, this was the work of...
Oops, you caught me.
Oh, I did theorize this in the last episode, that with the last one, maybe someone of Ouroboros will come and try to steal the Sumerian crystal from us, so we cannot make the Tachi. And it's actually happening. Oh, what a coincidence. Didn't think it would be her though. One of the most powerful of amongst them.
Grianos?
So that was your doing, Vita?
There's no need to be so wary of me. I merely did what you were planning to do anyway, didn't I? I just did you a favor.
A likely story.
You can't seriously expect us to believe that. Last time you tried to do us a favor, you abducted Elise and Princess Alphen.
Oh, woe is me. I don't seem to be very popular here.
Slight understatement.
What really brought you here? How did you even know this place existed? Even I didn't until Celine told me.
Unlike you, I'm a fully fledged witch, in the truest sense of the word. As such, I know everything. Far more than a trainee like you could even begin to imagine.
Sounds like you've long known all there is to know about this place.
More than you and the Elder do, in fact. Oh, I know! Why don't I take this opportunity to enlighten you on a fun little something? That being the true purpose of the Hexen clan to which we belong.
Interesting.
What is this light?
A flash grenade?
No, this is...
Something's flowing into my head.
Is she gonna show us something? Ah, so this is what the crystal of the ancient magical aura looks like. The light from it is so beautiful, it's almost divine. Overcome the trial to find what you seek. The witch was right, it seems. They should grant us the strength to suppress that great calamity. Indeed, the final battle draws near. Ever since I first met that great knight, my fate was sealed. I will abide by it, but will you accompany me? You needn't even ask, Your Highness. I will be by your side until the day the goddess calls me to hers.
What did I just see? Another one of someone's memories?
Whatever it was. I witnessed it as well. And I presume that blonde-haired woman in it must be.
That shouldn't have been possible. Just what did you do for us to see that?
Think of it as a special treat from me. Ordinarily, only the Ashen Awakener would have been able to see it, but I allowed the rest of you to see it too. As for what it is, it's a glimpse of the truth regarding what really happened during the War of the Lions.
The truth? And that really was a memory from...
Drago's the Lionheart, yes. And the woman with him was the Lance Maiden, Leanne Sandlot. During the war, they too had to borrow the strength of the Divine Knight. And they were drawn into a conflict between fragments of the Great Power. Just like Rean and Crow during this war.
Wait, there's no way the War of the Lions involved Divine Knight battles.
If that had been the case, surely the world would know of it.
It's been a very long time, and there are signs. We did see the Knight in the North. People could have just forgotten about it, or made to be suppressed.
Actually, I have heard mention of that from Grandmother. Wait, doesn't that mean...
Oh, has the truth finally dawned on you? The fragments of the Great Power are destined to be drawn to one another. forced to collide over and over and over. These dark times Erebonia is going through have repeated themselves since time immemorial. And every time, the truth of what happened disappears from the memories of all. That is how this system works.
System?
Hold on a moment. I can't follow what you're saying.
Oh, don't feel bad if you're having trouble wrapping your head around it. That's perfectly normal. After all, that's just how this world is.
Wait, you aren't suggesting the clan's true purpose is...
Aha! Did you finally realize the fundamental role we witches play?
Making the people forget?
We shoulder the responsibility of operating and managing part of that giant system. Not that I would expect an apprentice and her familiar to know anything about that. The Elder knows, of course, but she chose not to share the knowledge with you, likely fearing it would be a burden. But how pitiful is it to have lived for the sake of fulfilling your duty as a witch without knowing what that duty really is? I almost feel sorry for you.
You're awful! How can you say something like that to someone you're meant to think of like a sister?
Don't look away, Emma. There's no need to be afraid of accepting the truth.
Rean?
Oh?
I know what it's like to be afraid of accepting new revelations about who I am or about my past. I feel like once I know, life will never be the same again. Maybe that's true, but there's one thing that I can believe in beyond a shadow of a doubt. That my classmates and all the people who've stood by me through everything that we've been through will keep standing by me to the very end and accept me for who I am no matter what.
Yeah. Everyone accepted me, despite my past as a Jaeger.
Hold your head up high, Emma. There's nothing in this world that could stop us from proudly standing at your side until the bitter end.
I don't know what to say. Vida, thanks to you, I finally noticed the change in my own feelings.
Change?
I enrolled at Thor's to fulfill my duty as a witch. I won't deny that. Nor will I deny that until that point, I effectively lived to carry out that duty, obeying all I was taught without question. But that's the past. Now, I feel very different. Now, I want to live a life of my own, together with the classmates I've been fortunate enough to meet. I'm no longer the person I used to be.
Emma!
That's one way to steal your resolve.
And coming from users, that means a lot.
That's the class president we know.
We all feel the same way too.
I'm impressed. You've matured a lot more than I was expecting during your time at the Academy.
Vida?
But let's put that to the test, shall we?
Oh god, we still need to fight something. I was hoping that with her defeating the knight, that this was just gonna be a little bit of lore exposition and we would just be able to walk through. But nope, it's not gonna happen, is it?
I haven't had the opportunity to train you in some time. So this is as good a chance as any to see what you're capable of now.
Oh god, look at those eyes. Those are crazy eyes.
Dance, dance, my sweet little bird. Behold, your master's foes. Bare your fangs and raise your talons.
What the?
Everyone get back! Quickly!
We're gonna fight the bird? No, there's one way of flipping the bird towards us. Uh-oh. Azure Guardian. Grianos. Ora. I feel like I would have rather fight the knight.
It grew? What did she do to it?
It's called Savant Vols. It allows a witch to pour an incredible amount of mana into their familiar. I'd imagine she's given it more power than even a cryptid possesses.
Well then, Emma, let's see what you're capable of. Show me if you have the strength to back up your words.
Please, everyone, lend me your power.
You've got it.
Leave it to us.
This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes.
Ooh.
My turn.
Why is Fee there? And why is Emma connected to Rean? I'm confused. Because this is not a team that I put up, but do we need to swap her? Or shall we work with what we got? I am slightly confused. Alright. Well, let's just try. We can always do a second attempt with a team that we designed. There's probably a reason for this. So it's probably something gonna happen with Emma because her S-Craft has been blocked. So I'm thinking she's gonna get her next level one, isn't it? Yeah, that's what makes the only sense. That with her resolve, her strength grew and gave her new power. So that's something we definitely want to use. Right, so how do we want to play this?
Here I go.
I've got it!
Emma can now use Zodiac Rain,
It's my turn!
which I would have fairly expected. So what does it do? Definitely next level, okay. Calls the stars above to rain destruction on all foes. We're definitely gonna have to use it, but I don't know what this enemy can do. Because we know the Magical Knight have a ridiculous amount of auto recovery 3 times in the fight, prolonging the fight. This is not that. So what can they do? And how do we want to use that?
Oh, Moon, shield us from harm! Crescent Shell!
Leave this to me.
Alright. Shall we just do what we always do to start off with? A little bit of extra bang for our buck? Yeah.
Witness the fruits of my training. Howl, Radiant Lion.
We at least should be able to resist the first one.
Here I go.
Okay, so we did 100 damage, got 30,000 back again. That's seriously a lot. Alright. So is that something the enemy just has, or was it part of the skill that it used? Very curious indeed.
Here goes! Overdrive!
Yes, definitely. Just so we can get her back to that level. Can only be summoned once per battle and doesn't be able to summon now. But we've seen that before, that during the overdrive that we cannot summon him. Doesn't mean we won't do that.
Here I go. Now! Let's go, everyone!
Understood.
Here I go!
Okay. I see just not enough CP to do something with that. Do we want to give everyone back the reflect? Because 2 of them still has it because it missed, which is good. I think we need to play for keeps and save her S-craft for when the enemy is at least underneath the 100,000 mark. And then we can just go all the way to hell with everyone.
Oh, Moon, shield us from harm. Crescent shell!
Here we go! Now!
I'll back you up!
My turn.
Okay, good. So, what will we do with her? Will we use her abilities? Or do we want to use her S-craft?
One, two. Huh? And done. Got it.
An opening!
Here we go!
Well, still a very powerful combo, those two together.
Okay. One, two. Huh? And done. Now.
Well, if you can get
An
another
opening.
burst out of it, that would be perfect.
Here I go! Alright, let's do this!
Understood! Here I go!
Okay. Everybody still has their shell. Then use magic. Expensive as all hell, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be extremely powerful too. I want to save upper CP in order to use another S-craft, but I think for now it might be better to focus on other stuff. Mute, those things will definitely not work.
Okay. One, two. Huh? And done. Now.
An opening!
Damn, we've got a seal on it. Going pretty well so far. Delayed tactic is working. Because that was a tactic that I had for my second attempt. The one that I wanted to do with Fee.
Here I go!
Oh, that is nice. Is it time?
Here goes! Overdrive!
No, I think that is okay.
Now's our chance!
I'll back you up!
Let's get this confused. The
my turn.
overdrive was to get her to 200. Because we cannot get a new S-craft and not try it.
Great stars in the heavens above! Answer to my voice and heed my call!
Very impressive.
Zodiac Rain!
Damn, she's definitely turning into a Zodiac killer with this move.
My turn.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You have my thanks. Witness the fruits of my training.
Still should be a good 50k.
Howl, Radiant Lion.
Ooh, that's a little bit higher than I expected. Right, not bad. Not bad at all.
We should keep going.
But that delay, that worked wonders.
I feel stronger than ever!
Esther Flare 2.
Done.
I've got it!
A matter of course.
Did we defeat it?
I think we did.
It felt as though we did at least.
Impressive. It seems you can back up your words.
Up there!
It looks pretty worn out. I'm surprised Grianos can even fly after that. You don't plan to keep on fighting, do you?
No, I think that will do for today. Poor Grianos needs a rest for one thing.
Vida.
Well, Emma, you've demonstrated the strength of your resolve. Still, I don't think you need me to remind you. That resolve only gains worth when it's seen through to the end.
Yes, I know. I'll find a path through life on my own. And I will stop you.
I'm sure you will.
Oh, I can't see you succeeding in that regard, but feel free to try. I'll leave the last of the treasures in your hands. I'll see you again soon, at the Infernal Rite.
Okay, that doesn't sound very nice. Are we going to Purgatory? She finally left. I'm curious as to what she was referring to in her parting words, however. Yeah, what is this infernal rite supposed to be? Just how much more than us does she know? I wonder. And about what? What an unpleasant woman. Well, forget about her for now. Let's go and collect the Zemurian ore. Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's do that. Let's hope we get a little bit of a chance to do some other things as well, that we don't go directly into creating the Tachi and continue on with the story. Well, there are a few things I want to do, because I do believe that once we made the Tachi, we're gonna try and take back Thor's. That's at least the idea that I have. And I do want to at least attempt a few of the cryptids before that. And of course, we have a bunch of blue chests that we still need to do, which I think a lot of them I will probably do in between the episodes, but I think it would be nice to do at least a few of them together. And this is the 4th, which means we've been to every spirit shrine we're able to visit. Yeah, there should be plenty to make Valimar's new Tachi. Now we just need to get this back to George and help him with his work, however we can. Indeed, we need to contact Professor Smith to request his assistance too. Shall we hurry right back to the Courageous then?
Ha!
Good. We still have control. But first, I think I'm going to fly to Ymir to having a nice relaxing bath. But yeah, that fight rendered really well. And I think we do need to use the delay option a lot more, cause that went a lot better than I thought it was. Still didn't really see the Fee evasion tank abilities, at least I don't think so. But we can see that in other fights, I'm pretty sure. Before we go back, let's make a save just in case the game does continue, because like I said, there's too many things I still want to do before we actually make that weapon. Because I think when we make the weapon, the story continues. That's 100% for sure. Rean delivered the Sumerian ore crystal to George. Alright, looks like you've got a pretty hefty amount. This should be enough to make a top-rate touchy for Valimar. Really? Once this is done, I'll finally be able to fight Crow on equal terms. Yeah, if we manage to finish it. This is gonna be a significantly more difficult than reinforcing Valimar's existing sword ever was. Remember, we'll be making an entirely new weapon from scratch. I'm not sure we can manage by ourselves. I might even have to ask the professor for help. We already assumed you needed to. Ah, so it's finally time for Professor Smith to come into play? Yep, we got enough Sumerian ore for him to work with now, so I can't see why he would turn us down. Although, I can't say I'm all that excited to have him on board. Oh well, I better start getting what we need ready. Pardon me for asking, but why wouldn't you want to have him on board? Well, as you know, I figured out from when you last met him, he's not easy to work with. And if his workspace isn't absolutely perfect, he'll throw a tantrum like you've never seen. It's unbelievable. It feels less like you're working with a renowned professor and more like babysitting a temperamental child. I see. They do say that geniuses are often eccentric. Anyway, I'll call in Stu as soon as I finished sorting his work area out. You don't mind helping me out some more, right? Choosing to help George makes his workshop will cause the main story to advance. As a result, all unfinished quests will disappear. Ah, okay, so the game does warn us for that. Ah, that is really nice. It has done so in the past, so I could have assumed that, but I wanted to make sure. I see that you have obtained the required amount of Sumerian ore. I look forward to seeing the strength of a touchy forged by the hand of man. I will begin preparing for the feedback process. Alright, you do that. I see you just managed to settle things with his dad. I guess he just got more guts than I gave him credit for. Maybe I had him a bit wrong. Not that showing some spine makes up for his terrible cocky attitude. He's still pretty bad. Yeah, you like him. Just admit it. This piece is almost complete, which means it's time for me to start thinking about my next one. You sure there's no spare Sumerian ore for me to work with, right? Positive, just like I was the last 100 times you asked. Okay, so it does seem that everyone's texts are still the same except for Valimar, which is understandable considering what we're making for him. Yeah, I still think that these three are a valid option to have, because I was even considering, like, we could technically give him Power Orb 2 and Power Orb 1 to give him more strength, but the downside would be that he will lose a lot of HP for it. The speed, fine, we can work around that, but the HP, yeah, that's a lot. So I think it should be more than enough. Alright. I do wonder if we can actually talk to George. Like we have an option to actually instigate the next part. Or if it will happen directly if we talk to him. Because he is our main man when it comes to quartz reorganization and slot development. So I hope we can still use him, or else we need to go to other towns in order to do that. Ah, yes. Red text, of course. No, this is good. No master quartz though. Okay, time to get to work on my place to work. Now that I know where to begin. Still, I've got to get this done quick so we can reach out to Professor Smith. Good. Alright, we have a little bit left, so let's see. Because we did see that we have notes on where everything is. There it is, trial chests. Right, so like I said, we have a... Ooh, wait. Just 2 left? Oh, that's actually really, really good. Alright, Sashan, Mountain Path, Elliot, and Gaius. Norsha Highway. Ooh, this is an interesting team. Elliot, Emma, Milliam, and Sarah. Laura and Fee. I think we'll get Gaius instead of Uses, and then do Sashan and Isengard range. Those would be very nice to have.
Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go?
Like I said,
Leave it to me.
we're gonna go to Ymir. So let me prep for the chests, and then we'll see you when we get to the actual chests. Alright, see you there. Okay, let's do it. A spiritual presence emanating from the chest. Elliot and Gaius, are you two ready? Let's do this.
It's a fight they want.
Yeah, and this is the reason why I think I don't need to do it during episodes, really, because it's just like a stronger version of the enemies that are in the area. So we know we're capable of doing that. See, fire. So no, do not use water.
It's my turn.
And did we ever try Twin Cyclone? I don't know.
Oh, winds, howl with rage. Wind cyclones.
Alright, we at least got rid of the small fry. That's good. Come on, we should be able to survive that. Damn, get strong. Well, as long as we don't miss, that should be dead, right? Yeah.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah, they are really strong, but this still only felt like a formality. And like I said, this, like, the chance of us using the overdrive between those two characters is practically zero, because usually I just use the overdrive between Rean and whoever he's partnered with, and that already automatically works, but it's a thing to do. Just like the challenges on the Courageous, I have no idea what we're gonna get for doing that, but I still wanna complete them during this game, and it's the same with the Blue Trial Chest. We just wanna at least get them off the list. Alright, next chest it is. Is that already there? Was it really that close to the exit? Yes, it was. Alright. Let's overwhelm them as well.
Hostile spotted. Beginning combat. My turn.
This is different. It's still a bigger enemy, but where are his minions? I'm missing that. Rolling rock. Okay, shall we just do what we always do? Just overwhelm our foes?
Finished. Full speed ahead.
And get killed if we don't manage to defeat it in one go. Well, we still have a massive evade, so she could probably avoid most of it. Oh yeah, it's definitely going down. There's no one can understand Laura's might. Yeah, and if there was ever a team I would use overdrive on, I think Fee and Laura would be the team to do it in, so...
Success.
Bullet Cyclone 2, with even a bigger delay. Alright. Very, very nice. Okay, I think for this episode we will leave it here. On the next one I'm gonna attempt, and yes, I use the word attempt because I still don't know when we are meant to do the cryptids. Because I know they like towards the end boss type enemies that are around the world, so they are gonna be extremely tough. But there is gonna be a time that we need to do it, and like I said, I think we are about to enter in reconquering Thors, which might involve facing off against Crow, which in turn then would be the place where we well, not end, but hold Cold Steel 2 until we finish the Crossbell Saga, and I really would love to at least attempt to cryptid before that moment. So I think now will be the perfect time to try it. And the only way we can learn if this is the right time to doing so is to actually do it and see how we fare against the enemies. So that's what we're gonna do in the next one. So until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time as we're gonna hunt down some cryptids. See you then. Bye bye.